Adventures with Maxwell here, and it's been a while since I've hunted coins and made a video. But we do have a mixed roll hunt today. Just two rolls of each, two pennies, two nickels, two dimes, two quarters. Hope we find something good, and we'll start with the pennies, and I'll be right back. Finished that first roll. No finds to speak of. I did find a nice, bright, shiny 1982 and a kind of nicer 1963 Philly. I did find a 1973 that I don't know if I have in my book, as well as a 1967 Philly. But otherwise, no finds, no wheat pennies. We'll move on to the second roll. All right, fellas, in this second roll, we're going to have our first wheat cent of this two-penny hunt, or two-roll hunt. It is a 1939 Philadelphia. I'll take it. And also, I did get a 1993D. It's off-center just a bit. Pretty cool. Hang on to that. We'll keep going. Well, so I finished those two rolls, and we just had the one find, that 1939 Philadelphia wheat cent, as well as just a couple little odds and ends with the off-center strikes, and then some pennies that I may or may not have in my books, which we'll check out at the end of the video. So, in the meantime, we'll get to the nickels. I'll get all this cleaned up, switched out, and I'll be right back with you. I finished that first roll, and I'm bringing you in now because I cracked open the second roll, and I'm about 6 coins in, and we have our first find of the nickels. It is a Denver minted 1956. Of course, they don't have anything on there, so we'll put that on the board, and I'll keep going, and I'll bring you back in. So we finished those two rolls of nickels, and other than the one find, didn't find anything. No off-center strikes, no die cracks, nothing interesting. Just that 1956, which I will check my books at the end and see if I have it. But we're going to get to the dimes here, which is going to take a little bit. So I will be bringing in for just, a few little updates here and there. If I find anything crazy or interesting, I'll get all the rest of this stuff cleaned up, and we'll be right back in for the dimes. Well, the first roll is down. Didn't find anything crazy. I did find this 2007 Philadelphia that's off just a little bit. It's not much. It's not crazy. But, when you're hunting dimes, there's not a whole lot of, errors and stuff that you're really looking for. But I did find this crazy 2000 and, 2010 with some pretty good, maybe a die clash or a die deterioration. It kind of looks like the planchet moved during the process. So anyway, it pretty cool machine doubling all the way around it, and an almost non-existent date and mint mark with the naked eye. So I think I'll hang on to that one. That one's pretty cool. But we'll get to the second roll. I'll get this cleaned up, and I'll bring you back in. So I finished that second roll. I thought I had maybe a good find with a 68 Philly that I found with just some machine doubling. But I did find a couple more, off-center strikes. Which, I think if I'm going to do dime hunting, I think I might like to start little weird albums like this, where I just find off-center strikes and save them. Maybe that's what I'll do. But so far, just the four couple finds. There's really only a handful of stuff, and I know that there's probably more out there that you can find. But these are the major ones And that's kind of what I look for in dimes. Otherwise, I'm hunched over looking at stuff, squinting my eyes all the time. And usually I have a variety vista open, but dime hunting takes a long time. Uh, and I can see why a lot of people don't like to do it. There's not a big turnout in it unless you're, you know, like me, and kind of crazy sometimes and just make crazy albums and then give them away. Uh, so nothing significant. We'll do the quarters, and I'll get all this cleaned up, and then I'll bring you back in. All right, so I finished the 2 rolls of quarters. I didn't really find much except for your basic uh, diet chips. I did find that extra claw on the Colorado, um, 2000, 2008 Denver, and then I did find 2022 P Wilma Man Killer with a dye chip in her hair, um, and a couple dye chips on her face. So that was pretty cool. I will be adding that to the jar for the end of the year. Um, like I said, nothing major. Handful of off center strikes and that real cool dye deterioration. Uh, Not really doubling, but definitely looks like it hit a couple times there. The one nickel, the handful of pennies that I may or may not have some off center strikes, and then the 1 wheat cent, which is, of course, pre 40s, 1939. Oh, that's not the one. Where'd it go? There it is. 1939. So not much. I will get the dye chips put up, and then let me get this all cleared away. I'll grab a couple books, and we'll see if any of the pennies plug in. I'll be right back. So the 1939 Philly did not make an addition, nor do I think it will upgrade what I already have. I mean, it's got a little bit better details, but I don't like the splotchiness that's on that one. So I think I'll keep the one I have. And as far as, completing the book, I've got a few more to find. I do need a 51S. I do need a 1942S, 38, and a DNS, a 37S, a 43D, and then I need, I don't know if I can get it open here, and then I need all the earlier stuff. So basically, once I get past it, I need a 34D, but I need basically the rest of the 30s, most of the 20s, and then a bunch of earlier ones. And I mentioned in a video earlier, do they make a 1909 S without the VDB? I don't know, because I've never seen one. I always hear everybody talking about the 1909 S VDB, but I've never seen just a regular 1909 S. I've seen the 1909s, but I've never seen an S without a VDB. So I don't know. If you know, let me know, so that way we all know. Until then, if you like the video, leave me a comment. Tell me what you want me to do better. As for what I find throughout the year, I will be putting all these wheat pennies, cool finds, dye chips, off center strike, stuff like that. I save them all throughout the year. Is what I did it last year. Um, and at the end of the year or January, somewhere around there for the year, so for this year, probably in January, I will probably uh, have everything, put it all together, and then make grab bags. Um, and since I don't at this moment have a good, reliable platform in which to, you know, do it on my channel because I have a Chromebook and everybody knows Chromebooks are not compatible with anything. I have to go basically being a generous person, and I am giving everything that I found away. Um, so, like I said, if you like it, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos, subscribe and then hit the bell button so that way you'll know that I made a video, and then I'll know because you watched it. Until then, keep living, keep dreaming, keep hunting.